People who work typical 9-to-5 office jobs, what do you actually do at work all day? I just kind of space out for a bit. I look busy, but I'm not. Then after long lunch I space out again until it's time to go home. It really depends. I went from a job where I could realistically get my tasks done in 3 hours per day to one where I routinely had to work evenings and weekends and still wasn't able to get caught up. Wander around saying how are you? Good, how are you? Fine. Got any plans this weekend? Just relaxing you? Same. How was your weekend? Good, how was your weekend? Over and over and over until we die. People bring me problems and I solve them. And have lots of email and meetings. Where can I find some of these jobs? Some days I mostly just monitor email and respond to things that need my attention and work maybe 23 hours total. Other days it is crunch time and I am working non-stop for 10+ hours. I scroll Reddit while I wait for the phone to ring a few times an hour. Not my current situation, but was in past jobs. I spent most of my time looking just busy enough to not be bothered but not so busy as to be offered help. Earlier in my career I made the mistake of overachieving and learned the hardest lesson of my life. I was putting in 20x the work of my peers and the stress and weight of the company that was growing off my back caused me massive problems both on and off the clock. Not only did my pay never raise despite the vast amount of capability being demonstrated, but my job duties kept increasing and diversifying to the point where I was literally working non-stop, full energy, 60 to 70 hours a week. It was crippling my ability to have any life outside of work, and the anxiety was so bad I was losing sleep due to literal nightmares about the constantly worsening conditions. One day, after not having slept but for 6 non-consecutive hours in the previous 3 days and vomiting from anxiety on the side of the interstate on my way into work, I just quit. No notice. No hiatus. Nothing. The job simply wasn't worth dying over. A colleague, who stayed on much longer than I did, would later tell me that 9 separate people had to be hired to take over everything I was doing. So yeah, keep your work, stress, pay balance as close to optimal as you can. Meetings followed by more meetings that could have been emails. I average around 810 meetings a day. In the late 90s and early 2000s we mastered Minesweeper. I think I would be bored out of my mind if I only got 23 hours of work done per day. I would also feel pretty lame for not doing more. But I enjoy my job, so I actually like putting in effort. I know there are a lot of folks that are not in my situation. I'm surprised at many of the responses here. I couldn't get everything done even if I work 80 hours a week. Corp accounting. Do mostly remote but been going on business trips lately. Half of the time I am on Reddit. I sell children's books. I customize collections for libraries. When I finish one collection I move on to the next one. There is always more work than time. Usually meetings, email, working on projects. One week I had 37 meetings, that's my record so far. I could absolutely get all my work done in a couple hours. Sometimes even less. The thing is, sometimes it's critical that I'm there, available on site promptly. So mostly, we just sit around waiting for the phone to ring. It's a soft skills job. Cries in nonprofit workload. But actually, I love my job. Had some office jobs in college and they were so boring I knew I couldn't waste my life pretending to work for 60% of the day. Now I barely have time to breathe from the moment I arrive to the moment I leave for the day. but it never feels like I'm wasting my time. It helps that I finally figured out an okay work-life balance. Rare in nonprofit land. I stick pretty close to 40 hours per week. Those 40 hours are full though. How can you personally have found that most people, which would be the majority of the population of those employed in 95 office jobs, can do their work in 23 hours? Any source other than "I've just made this up"? Emails and Excel all day, that about it for me. Depends on your job. I'm the director of finance at a small manufacturing company. Here is an average day for me. 8:009. Enter all banking transactions that happened the day before. Answer emails. Go through documents people left on my desk. 9:10. Prepare reports for my daily meetings. 10:11. Meet with CEO and VP of operations to discuss what is needs to be built the next couple days. 11:12. Go through AP and see who we need to pay that day. Pay people. Work on financial databases. 12:30. Lunch. 12:3012 to 45. File all documents from day before. 12:451 to 30. Meet with AR team to see who isn't paying us that needs to. 1:302 to 30. Call highly problematic customers or vendors discussed earlier. 2:303. Meet with operations to discuss inventory needs and budgets. 3:004. Meet with sales to discuss forecasts, goals, budgets. 4:004. 30. Answer emails. Work on goals for tomorrow. 4:30. Go home. What you will find is a lot of people feel they can do what you described, and then they go their whole lives wondering why they don't get promoted more often. If your job doesn't have enough for you to do, branch out. Find places to help. Eventually you will be so busy they have to promote you, because if they let you go they would have to hire 2 people that can work for 3 hours and get 8 hours worth of work done. The best employees are the ones that can work hard, get a bunch done, and still look for more things they can do. Those are the people who should get promoted. However, what is super annoying is when an employee just asks all day long, "What do you want me to do?" After they get the hang of the job, the best employees are able to manage themselves.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.